George Ferreira, Chief Operating Officer, Vice President, Samsung. What a title for a South African boy.
Well, I was given this title as the first non-Korean to get this in Africa. So it's a real privilege, but with it comes also a lot of ownership and dedication to the company. And it's something that I really, really enjoy working, making sure that we fulfill a lot of the dreams that we have in building this company to become the #1 consumer-loved electronic company in Africa. Interesting story. My parents were immigrants to this country in the 60s. My sister and myself were both born here. We're from Pretoria, went to school, university, and then went off to be a civil engineer. That's what I studied to be. And then joined Microsoft in 2000. And now in 2010, June, I was headhunted by the current CEO and president of Samsung Electronics Africa, a gentleman by the name of KK Park, which brought me over to this organization. I think because he wanted someone that would help him in building this company in Africa and needed someone that knew how to do business across Africa.
So it's grown incredibly. I mean, at the moment, I mean, you must have an enormous market share in Africa.
We do, but if we look at even globally, what I like to, maybe with a little bit of a smile and a smirk, is that our company continues to grow year upon year, and it's because the consumers really enjoy the brand Samsung. And if I look at the last 3 years, we have significantly, if you look at the Interbrand, so the value brand of Samsung Electronics, we were 22, we were 17, and this year we've moved now to 9th. So we're in the top 10th position. Our brand grew by 42%. So we're now in the top 10, and the new challenge that has been set to us is that we want to be a brand that will be in the top 5 within the next year or 2 years. In Africa, we are, I would say, growing between 50 and 60%. So every 2 years, we're doubling our business.
That's an enormous growth rate.
It is. It's in line with our vision for 2015, which is to become a $10 billion business by 2015 across the African country in all our business segments.
If that's the case, then you're growing employment in this country. You must be a large employer now.
We are a large employer, but I think what we are really contributing to the society or to the economic growth of this country and other societies in Africa is the spin-offs that our brand creates. So with the business growing, we are getting more partners. So the ecosystem of our distribution model, the logistics partners, the retail, wholesalers, those are growing. And with that growing, that means they're employing more people. Part of our Hope for Children or our CSR initiatives, which is called the Engineering Academy. So last year we launched the Engineering Academy in South Africa, which is out there by Boksburg. It's a whole warehouse that we've transformed into a technology lab where we take students from grade 10, 11 and 12 from the Vosloorus area after school. We take them in buses there, and after their classes they sit with our professional trainers and they learn how to fix our products, how to work on the motherboards of a computer, how to work on the boards of a TV, how to fix a mobile handset with the latest and best products and machinery that we have brought in specifically from all over the world. We have now opened up one in Nigeria, we've opened up one in Kenya, and this coming year we plan to open up many more. Why are we doing this? Because at the end of the year, the grade 12s that are in this course, we expect them to write an exam. And they've got to get 80% pass rate. And if they get the 80% pass rate, they either can decide to carry on their studies, or they can be, we will transition them into a workplace, whether it be in one of the assembly plants in South Africa, whether it be into our retail, whether it be into our brand shops, or whether it be into our service centers, because now they've got the know-how. So we are trying to make sure that we've got around 10,000 certified technical engineers on Samsung technology, electronic products, ready by the year 2015, just so that it can respond to the needs of the consumer buying the technology.
The war, Apple, Samsung.
I think it's a special relationship. I think
love-hate?
I wouldn't say love-hate. I think it's a competitor. It's a partner of Samsung. We are in the business that they did. We are in the mobile handset business. We are in the tablet business. We are in the notebook business. They've now also, I believe, gotten into Apple TV business. So we are in the consumer electronics, they're in the consumer electronics. And of course, if you're going to come across that, of course, there are going to be probably some indifferences between us and them of how we see things. But I think that is something that our head office is dealing with very well. We've seen from the results that we saw in Europe, many of the cases against us were favorably found in Samsung's favor. The one in the US was found against us. So I think there's mixed feelings out there of what Samsung is doing and what Apple is doing. But I mean, for us in Africa, it's business as usual. We're out there to compete. And we see Apple in Africa as another competitor, like we see Nokia, like we see BlackBerry, like we see the Chinese brands ZTE, which are coming very strongly onto the market. We see them as that, and in no difference in Africa.